With all this damp weather that we're dealing with, it might mean that you're looking for an indoor activity, maybe even one that takes you out of this world.
Yeah, there's a new virtual reality exhibit on the Richmond waterfront, and it's bringing outer space back down to Earth. I got a chance to check out the Immersive Infinite.
Almost as if you were experiencing a little piece of history of what happens in space.
A 40-minute journey through the International Space Station. Space Explorers The Infinite uses cinematic virtual reality to put visitors on board with NASA astronauts.
In a nutshell, we filmed for almost 3 years in space.
Felix and Paul is one of the producing teams behind the experience. They worked with the ISS and NASA to put VR cameras all throughout the space station, filming more than 200 hours of footage. Once you put on your headset, every inch of your body looks like it's glowing. And as you step into the virtual ISS, visitors are met with glowing orbs to touch and transport you through different scenes of life in outer space.
Really do encourage people to, they can stay together if they want, but otherwise to just kind of explore on their own and discover the content in any order they want, which creates for different emotional journeys for all of the different audience members.
It was really fun.
It was absolutely sublime. It was super weird that you're standing on the ground, but you felt like you were in the space station.
The experience is broken up into 4 chapters with a final front row view of astronauts on a spacewalk.
You're that close to the astronauts. I can see them they're doing their jobs, and yet they're in this really amazing place in the middle of nowhere. Super cool.
Allowing the average person to understand a little bit better what life must be like so far from home.
Suddenly, through virtual reality, I think that they sense an attempt or a possibility to really capture the experience in a fully immersive format, bring it back to Earth, and allow people to feel that they are a protagonist of that great story, which is the journey of human spaceflight.
It was very cool. I've not really done a lot of VR stuff. I feel like it's just now becoming so much more accessible, But the guy that I spoke with who, created this, he was saying how a lot of the astronauts he spoke to say pictures just don't do it justice when they come home. They can't really fully allow people to understand what they're experiencing. And this is kind of one of those ways that they're trying to get people to
Was there ever a moment
understand.
where you kind of felt like, oh man, I'm really out there?
It was some of the visuals of the sunsets and just the colors that you're seeing is absolutely incredible.
Right?
Yeah, it was very, very cool. It's located at the Craneway Pavilion on the Richmond waterfront. You can book tickets online through November, but they're hoping to extend past this year too. So it's very, very cool.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Well, thanks for sharing. All right, we'll start.